And look at this, we still have our Energize on us. This is what I wanted to point out. Going in, we handled his regeneration, bye-bye, because of the Blitz protocol. He's dead. Hey, real quick, before we jump into the video, a couple things. One is there are timestamps in the description. If you already know something about Nimrod and you want to see other parts, go down there, check out those timestamps. They will help you jump around in this video. And two, thank you so much to frequent commenter OYC on my videos. I really enjoy talking with you. And everyone, check out OYC's channel. It is in the description. He has some fantastic Nimrod gameplay on his channel, highlighting and showing him in some lengthy Labyrinth of Legends fights as well. He is a resource of knowledge, and thank you very much for all of your help with this video. All right, let's get to it. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, it's time for the Rank 3 Nimrod video. I'm extremely excited to get this video out to you. One, because I believe Nimrod is an excellent champion. Yes, he is amazing at killing mutants. However, and especially as I really focused in to make this video, I became more and more confident he is exceptional for some other things in this game, killing other champions that aren't mutants, and solving some problems that Kabam has seemingly been introducing more and more into this game. I believe he is well suited for where the game appears to be heading and problems we have coming our way. Now, there is a lot to this guy. He has 3 protocol things like stances. We will do our best to educate you on what is going on and how best to play him. I also will have another video coming out in a few days that's going to go over some of these future problems that I think Nimrod is well suited to handle. So if you're interested in that, go to my channel, check the Nimrod playlist. It will be there. Depending on when you see this, it may already even be there. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to use this first fight against Deadpool to talk about his adaptive protocols in general, and then one of the protocols, which is the Titan protocol. Now, he has these 2 protocols that he can switch back and forth from very easily, which is Titan protocol and Blitz protocol. When you land a 4th light attack in a basic combo, it will switch which protocol you are in. And when you are in the Titan protocol, which is what we are in right now, landing a well-timed parry or a well-timed block will give you an armor up, plus create a protocol charge. The protocol charges right now are, they are the purple looking passive with 2. So if you see us create a charge there, that's why we created 4 or went up to 4 charges, because when you're fighting a mutant, your charges are doubled. Basically, when you create 1, you really create 2, so on and so forth. That's part of why he's such a good mutant killer. Additionally, when you're in Titan protocol, you have a 20% damage reduction on all incoming hits, plus 25% potency per armor up. When the opponent launches a special attack, inflict a cowardice debuff, reducing special attack damage by 40% for 15 seconds. And then we talked about the well-timed blocks, creating 1 armor up. We're going to use this next fight against Venom the Duck. This is a beefy Venom. I'm showing him to you for 2 reasons. One, he's not a mutant. I want you to see that Nimrod, it will take slightly longer because you're not creating 2 protocol charges every time you create 1, which is what happens when you're fighting mutants, but also that Nimrod can handle these fights. He can do this for you. His damage is fine. Now, we're also going to talk about the other protocol, which is the Blitz protocol. You'll see that it's the orange passive. You'll see it here. At some point, I will trigger it. All attacks when you're in Blitz have a 1,370 plus attack rating, plus a 25% potency per armor up. That's part of why you're seeing me in your default fights stay in the Titan protocol, is because when you're landing those well-timed blocks, you're getting the armor up. And then when you switch into Blitz protocol, or when you throw your special with 10 protocol charges and trigger the Eradicate protocol, you have those armor ups, which are increasing your attack rating, right? We'll go over that more later. Don't worry about it. Additionally, when you're in Blitz protocol, when the opponent launches a special attack, inflict a power drain, draining 150% of a bar of power over 15 seconds. And then last, the attacks remove 1 prowess and regeneration. He is absolutely amazing for that. That's the video I will have coming out later. It's worth it to have it in a separate video. Trust me on this. And it will replace that prowess or regeneration with 1 shock debuff, dealing 685 damage. This happens whether you're hitting into the block or hitting them in the face. It does not matter. When you're in the Blitz or in the Eradicate, you'll remove the prowess and the regeneration. So here we go. You can see we're coming up on our SB2. I'm using my parries to create more protocol charges. You see we're now up to 9. I just need to create one more here. So let's see how I create. I think I'm going to switch over to Titan. There we go. So I switched over to Titan, land a parry, throw my special 2. We've gone unblockable. We've gone unstoppable thanks to the SIG. You're seeing the passive shocks. That's going to come up later. Doing some nice damage against Venom the Duck. Look at that. This is a 317k Venom the Duck. And I don't think this was bad. I do not think this was bad at all, especially in light of you're going to be bringing Nimrod to handle tricky mutants or handle regeneration and prowess. Now, he is immune to bleed and poison. Armor breaks cannot remove armor ups, and they suffer 100% potency reduction. All attacks deal energy damage instead of physical. This is all really cool. This is utility the guy just has. However, what is it that's making him amazing against mutants? Well, first of all, with his awakened ability, whenever you create an armor up, you're actually going to create 2, which again, remember, when you're in the Titan protocol means you're going to create 2 protocol charges, which is really important. You'll see that if it hasn't been stressed enough, you'll get it. Additionally, and here's the big one for me, is against mutants, he gains immunity to ability accuracy modification. We're going to take a look at a couple fights here. Domino has been terrorizing this game way too long. You could have Sorcerer Supreme. I really enjoy it. I think she is a fantastic option for this. But I want you to notice the complete, utter lack of crit failures throughout this fight. Additionally, against Domino, you see that we did the well-timed blocked. We gained 2 armor ups, meaning we gained 2 protocol charges. We are already at 10. So when we throw this for special, which is ideally how I like to play him, is trigger the Eradicate protocol by throwing my special 1. Boom. We've now got our Energize buff, which means we're going to be gaining significantly more power through landed hits. And she's got her energy vulnerability passive on her, so we are doing more damage. We're in Eradicate, so when she threw her special, oh, I love this. She's got the cowardice and she's got the power drain, which is great for many things. Anytime there's a power gain of the champion or the node, but I particularly have used it myself for things like kinetic transference. Now, I wasn't able to get to my special 2 while still in the Blitz protocol, so I am going back and gaining charges. That's what's happening here. I should switch over. So I landed my 4th light, which means I switched over to the Titan protocol, meaning when I land the block, we got 10. Bye, Domino. See you later. We have now destroyed you with our shocks off of the SB2, which are now passive. That'll come up. It's a beautiful thing. It just feels good to toy with Domino. Now, all right, I want you to see this. This is the EQ where you're incentivized to bring in an Avenger. There's some power gain that can happen. But really the main thing I want to show you is Kitty Pryde, right? When you crit, she's going to be getting prowess. When she gets the prowess, she can phase. Bad things happen. You don't want to do this in general against Kitty Pryde. Even stunning her, she gains the prowess. Now, when you're in Blitz protocol, that's the orange one, attacks remove 1 prowess and regeneration, replace it with a shock debuff. So not only are they not getting their regeneration and they're not getting their prowess, they're now getting shocked and they're taking damage. Watch this happen. So remember, when you're in your Blitz, which will be the orange one, you can hit under a block or actually hit them, land a hit. And these prowess and regenerations will be taken away. I'm actually going to have a full video out on this because I do think it is worth it. It'll come out in a few days, depending on when you see this. Check my Nimrod playlist on my channel. I believe it is incredibly impressive and shows you part of why I think Nimrod is so well suited for a problem that I think Kabam is creating for us summoners to handle. All right. So there we are. We're already triggering the Eradicate protocol. We are just beating. Oh, this is so awesome. No prowess for Kitty, no phasing, no unblockable, nothing, right? She can't do a single thing. We are power draining her. We have the cowardice debuff. We have our energize. I should be trying to, I am. I'm trying to get back to 10 protocol charges. You see, we have 8. I just have to land a parry. Wow, seems like I can't land a parry. All right, we've got to 10, and then this should do it. We've got our passive shocks. We had 6 armor ups. So it's a big increase to our attack rating, right? We talked about that. Kitty down, Kitty, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Kitty. Now, Colossus. Really tanky defender, great champion. Great champion. One of the best things about him, there's a lot of great things about him. He's really tanky. The guy can take a hit, right? We're going up against Vigor and Life Cycle. And one of the important things I want to point out about Life Cycle is you don't take damage from debuffs. Nothing in there about passives. I really can't stand this node because you got to time it and knock him down and then do some more damage. I don't know. It's just stuff I don't like dealing with. Watch how Nimrod just completely destroys Colossus. It is awesome. It is awesome. It is awesome. All right. So again, we're fighting a mutant. When you get the armor up, this is the awakened ability. When you get the armor up, you're going to get 2 armor ups. Meaning when you're in Titan, you're going to create 2 protocol charges. You see that we're at 10. If I do it right, there we do. I throw my SP1. We've got the energy vulnerability passive on him. We've got our I love this guy. We've got our power gain buff on. Can't think of the right name of it right now. So here we go. We're hoping he throws his special too. Come on, Colossus. You can do it, bug guy. All right. He's got his cowardice on because we were in Titan. No power drain because we weren't in Blitz and we weren't in Eradicate. You saw his heal go bye-bye because we were in Eradicate. Now watch this. He should heal back up. Oh no, because they were passives. They were passives. He's taking the damage. We handled the healing. Colossus down. Life Cycle down. Still doing damage. There's a lot to this guy. I want to hammer a couple points home about this ability accuracy versus mutants and then also the passive damage. We're going to take a look at this fight here against Magneto. There's actually a lot working against Nimrod here. This crit chance from Dulled, Mighty Charge. But remember, his shocks are passive, and that's also why he now works against Magneto. Thank you, OYC, for pointing this out to me, that Nimrod has been fixed. The passive shock damage will do damage. I know a lot of you are thinking, like, wait, Magneto is resistant to shock. No, he's not. He is resistant to shock debuffs. Very tricky, Kabam. Very, very tricky. It's things like that that make me think you actually do know what you're doing. Now, so you can see this. We're magnetized. We're able to still land our parries and things like that. Here's what I wanted to show you, though, on top of this, is when you can't play Nimrod perfectly, and you're going to see me make a lot of mistakes. I must have made a lot of mistakes to get to this point, right? There's more. You can just play him more slowly. You see the gray timer moving. When it moves into the Titan protocol, you will create an armor up, meaning you will create a protocol charge. There you just saw it happen. You got to 10, we threw our special, and we did damage. Now, I have 4% health. I'm not going to be able to sit here and parry, especially with Mighty Charge, right? That's part of how I got into this problem to begin with. So I'm going to have to just play him very, very slowly and let the protocol charges build up. You saw that the cowardice debuff is actually a debuff, so that does get shrugged. But we're just going to have to do this. We're going to have to do this for a while, but I wanted you to see that this can build up. Again, my points in videos, though, they're not intended to be puff pieces or hype pieces. I want to give you guys the truth. In fact, I'm going to take a look at a fight in a minute here, showing why I'm like, this is a part I want you to be careful of. We are fighting Magneto. So when we create the armor up, we are getting 2 protocol charges instead of just 1. But, you know, you could do this. He's a tanky guy. Don't make this many mistakes. You'll be fine. And I also want to show you how much damage he's doing, even against nodes like this. So, all right, so the power drain debuff is on, but he shrugs that when he charges forward. We landed a nice intercept, so we do have the Fury buff, so I don't want to overstate his damage here. But there we go. Magneto down, you can slow play him. So if you don't, for whatever reason, you know, you can't parry or block or something, there is another way to create the protocol charges. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Here's where I think Nimrod actually suffers a little bit. You can get this fight down. And in fact, OYC, who I mentioned, does. Check out that video. Check out his channel. He's putting out some really cool stuff. And he shows taking out Bishop. But I still think this is kind of a... I don't know. I don't think this is a great matchup for Nimrod. And here's why. You're going to see you're wanting to spend your time in Eradicate protocol. We've talked about that at length. You're probably getting tired of hearing me say Eradicate. But when that happens, and you're seeing this happen right now, You're doing the energy damage. Bishop is you know, getting these heals. He's also gaining the prowess, but then you're removing them and then you're replacing them with shock. Now, you're like, well, what's the problem with that? Remember, Bishop goes into overload. If Bishop is suffering from a bleed, shock, or incinerate debuff or passive, each time he consumes a prowess this way, he also deals 702 energy damage. It's almost like they were created simultaneously and it's just like a counter to a counter type situation. Nimrod can beat Bishop. Like I said, I showed OYC has shown it, but I wanted you guys to see this. I don't think this is an amazing matchup. If I knew I was going up against a Bishop, I personally would probably prefer to bring in a high sig Ultron. I know not a lot of those exist, and there's other options like Rolk or things like that. I heard Taters mention Rolk recently. So, but again, I wanted to show you. My intention is to hopefully educate and entertain, right? On Nimrod, so you can get your own Nimrod, or if you get a Nimrod, you can go in and do some really, really fun stuff with him. And I'd prefer you not have to do what just happened to me. And I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, I'll just bring in a War Machine. His pre-fight is helpful, but the energy resistance does seem to be calculated. Thank you, Felganos, at the start of the fight. And I think it was DLL too. Thank you, both of you. So even though you're increasing your armor up, you're not increasing your energy damage, or your energy resistance, so you're still taking a decent amount. And then last, do not use your cleanse charges. The purify damage off of Bishop kicks in. It's not pretty. All right. Now, I know a lot of you are probably wondering, does he need to be awakened? What about his SIG ability? This guy's SIG ability is fantastic. And then it scales exceptionally well. I did decide to take him to SIG 200 on the Content Creator Beta, which is what I want to show you here. But just so you know, even at SIG 1, it's the SIG 1 initial awakening that gives you this. If attacking against a mutant, Nimrod's abilities generate 1 armor up whenever gaining a personal armor up, or +1 armor up when gaining an armor up. That's part of why he's able to ramp up so quickly against the mutants, right? When we're in the Titan protocol, and we have the well-timed blocked, instead of just creating 1 protocol, we're now creating 2. I think that's a big deal. My Nimrod is SIG 1, and that's part of why. Now, here's where the scaling comes in, though. Let's go ahead and show this. So I took him to SIG 200, and I want to show you this, and I'm going to show you a couple of fights so you can get a... All right, so here's what I want to show you. The Eradicate protocols grant unblockable specials. Again, that's just the initial awakening, and increases the potency and duration of special attack effects by 35%. That's the power drain, that's your energized, that's the cowardice, and then that's the energy vulnerability. All of those will significantly enhance his damage, and from what I'm about to show you, you'll see, remember how there was quite a few times where I was not able to get to my SP2 after throwing my SP1, meaning I then lost an energy vulnerability? Watch these two and see the difference. We're going to take a look at the Deadpool and the Venom the Duck fight, and I think it's really highlighted in the Venom the Duck fight. Deadpool's only got 220 health. He's a mutant, so just check this out. We'll see. It's fun to see what happens with his healing. But there we go. We're already at 5 protocol charges. We're already at 7. I'm going to get to my SP1 and throw it. At least I should. Let's see if I do. All right, so he's got the cowardice on him. Look how long this is going to stay on him. Yeah, it looks like I'm just going to go straight to my SP2. No, I'm getting as close to my SP2 as I can. We've had 12 armor ups there at a point in time, so we've now landed the energy vulnerability. Look, his cowardice is still on him. Look at my energized. It's like it's not even a third of the way through, and we've already reached our SP2. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. I really am excited to get my next Nimrod video out to show it to you guys. And you're going to see this come into play more and more. It is really cool what can happen when you can cycle into those SP2s again. All right, now we're going to get this Venom the Duck. It was fine. Last time I thought it was good. It was sufficient. Now watch this. Same Venom the Duck, same 317k health. No mutants increasing our protocol charges, right? So having to land these parries, really tough, right? We can do it. I think we'll make it through together. So here we go. I'm going to land a 4th light to go back into Titan so that I can get my protocol charges. There we go. And just need to get to 10 so that we can throw our SP1, and then the fireworks will begin. All right. Setting up. Energy vulnerability is on. We've got our Energize. That's not bad, 7K crit. Now we've got the power drain, so we bait that out. So we don't really need to worry about his power anymore. Coming in for our SP2. We're blockable and unstoppable. That's respectable damage. We were able to create some protocol charges, so we're already back up to 10 protocol charges. And look at this, we still have our Energize on us. This is what I wanted to point out. Going in, we handled his regeneration, bye-bye, because of the Blitz protocol. He's dead. He is absolutely dead. Nimrod wins. The guy just does. He's obviously amazing against mutants. You get that SIG up there. If you're doing that sort of damage with the Energize, you're able to recycle it. He's not a specialist, but he's someone I think you're extremely happy to take along in a quest with some of your other champions, and he's going to handle extremely difficult fights for you, like we just saw. These are tough, tough defenders, and you get his SIG up enough, I think he's handling some of his other fights for you very, very well. Bleed, immune, power control, Energize. There's a lot this guy can do. And then I want to briefly touch on Synergies. He has quite a few really cool ones. There's one with a champion that has not been named yet, and it's called New Wave. And basically what's going to happen is if the defender is immune to shock, Nimrod's going to place an Incinerate instead. I'm very excited about getting this one. And then he has a synergy with Kitty Pryde. Nimrod, excuse me, unblockable special attacks create 1 armor up per defeated mutant in a quest. This is a really cool ramp up to it. I will be showing it in my next video, which again, I think deserved its own place, showing Nimrod handling healing and prowess and some really, really cool things happening with Kitty Pryde synergy. If you've pulled Nimrod, congratulations. I think you got a great champion as is. Get that initial awakening going, and then every 6 stone you put into him, or every time you pull him thereafter, I think he's just increasing the awesomeness of this champion. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think I got right, what you think I got wrong, and take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.